Okay, so today what we're going to look at is completing the square, which basically is the process of taking a quadratic function and writing it in the form a brackets x plus h squared plus k, where a, h, and k are constants, right? Now we have a little formula that will help us to move from the general quadratic form to this form, right? So the little shortcut is h would be equal to b plus 2a, and k would be equal to c minus b squared over 4 minus e. So you're probably wondering where I'm getting all the a, b, and c from. Remember, the general form of a quadratic equation or quadratic formula is, quadratic function is ax squared plus bx plus c, right? So the a that we're talking about would be the number in front of x squared, b would be the coefficient of x, and c is the constant by itself. So let me show you that with an example. So we have this example here. We want to express the function x squared plus 2x plus 3 in the form a open bracket x plus h squared plus k, where a, h, and k are constants. So the first thing you need to do is you need to identify your a, b, and c, right? So I'm just going to write back the same thing. Alright, so we say our general form is a x squared plus b x plus c, right? So we're going to identify what our a, b, and c is. A is always the number in front of your x squared. Well, when you don't have a number in front of it, it is understood that is a 1 written in front of it, right? So a is 1, b is 2, and your c is 3. So let's write down that. A is 1, b is 2, and c is 3. Right. Now, what do we need in order to get this form? We need a. We already have a. A is 1. We still need h, and we still need k. We have formulas up here that would help us. Okay, so let us work on h first. So I'm just going to write down back my h formula. It's b over 2a, right? Now, looking back here, we know that b is 2, a is 1. So I'm going to do the substitution and see what I get. So I'm going to get b is 2, right? So it's going to get 2 over, let me just write this, is looking a little weird. Put a little arrow, so this. Alright, so I'm going to stick in a 1 here, right? So I'm going to get 2 by 1. So 2 on top, 2 by 1 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Okay, so we got h is 1. Now we still have to find out our k value in order to finish this, but we have a formula for k here, so I'm going to write down that back here. So k is c minus b squared on 4a. Okay, so we're going to actually plug in numbers. So in place of c, we're going to stick in 3. So it's going to be 3. Take away, remember our b value is 2. So it'll be 2 squared over 4 by a is 1. That'll give me 3. Take away 2 2s are 4 over 4 by 1 is 4. Right? 4 divided by 4 is 1, so I'm going to get 3. Right? 4 divided by 4 is 1. 3 take away 1 is 2. So I already got my my h value, which is 1. I got a k value, which is 2, and we know a value is 1. So we're going to write over this now. We're going to fix our answer line. Okay, so we're going to fix our answer line, right? So, okay, so I'm going to write my answer line here. Okay, so remember we wanted it like this. Okay, so the answer line has to look like this, right? So we're going to start with A. A is 1. So I'm going to put a 1 here. Then after A, we had to have an open bracket, X. So I'm going to put that. Then we're going to have plus H. Our H value is... Our H value is 1. Right? So I'm going to use 1. And our K... okay, close bracket squared. And our K value is 2. So I'm going to put it in here. Right, so notice it's the same thing, but I'm sticking in numbers. So I'm going to stick in a number here, which was 1. A is 1. I stuck in a number here. H was 1. And I stuck in a number here, which was 2. Right, so I transformed this to look like this. And this is your answer. And you're done. Okay, so we're going to work on our next example. What I did was I just, changed the question, but I left everything else the same, the function, right? Okay, so same process, right? We're going to identify our A, B, and C. A is always the number in front of x squared, B is always number in front of x, and C is the number by itself. So our A, the number in front of x squared is 2. B, the number in front of x, it is -1. Right, so you have to take the sign as well. And our C is 3. Okay, so we're going to work out our H value first. So I'm going to actually write down the formula. So formula you need to learn though. You're not going to get it on the sheet. So instead of B, I'm going to put -1. Instead of A, I'm going to put 2. Sometimes you're going to get fractions for this, right? So if you get fractions, don't be scared that your answer is wrong or anything like that. So -1, 2 2s are 4. So my H value is -1/4. Then we're going to do the K one. So I'm going to write down the K formula down here. C take away B squared over 4A. Instead of C, I'm going to put in a 3. B is -1, so -1 squared over 4A. So 4, remember A is 2. Okay, so I'll come underneath here because I may run out of space. Okay, so I'm going to get 3. Take away -1 squared is 1. 4 2s are just now. I think I made a mistake here. Right, this line is just supposed to be here. Right, 4 2s are 8. So it's 3 take away 8, which is going to give us 2 and 7 over 8. So we got fractions there. Nothing is wrong though if we got fractions. They're still correct. So now we're going to do is fix our answer line. So basically we're writing the same thing, but we're sticking our A, H, and K values. So our A was 2, open bracket, x, plus our H value was -1/4. So because it's -1/4, instead of a plus, we put take away 1/4 squared, and then our K value, which is positive 2 and 7 and 8. So let me just write this a little better. Look right, 2 and 7 over 8. So this is our answer, and we're done.